Here's a quick demo of a support AI agent built on ThirdAI platform. This agent is meant to be used by customer service agents of air conditioner companies like Johnson Controls that need quick answers to user questions about air conditioners in general, as well as questions about specific brands and models. The agent must automatically understand the context with the best possible reasoning. Before we get started, let's take a quick look at some of the documents that an agent is supposed to have on his fingertips. We have curated these documents from internet sources to closely mimic the customer that we are working with. For example, there's one manual for a General Electric AC. It's a Kenmore 75085 model, and this is a higher manual. We have a dozen such documents spanning GE, Kenmore, and higher. Let's go to the homepage now. Once you install ThirdAI platform on a CPU cluster, you can use it to build GenAI applications. This is installed in a customer environment, completely air-gapped. No data leaves the system, so we don't get access to any of that data. The way you create this agent on ThirdAI platform is simply you go to this Create App button and select your use case. We support a bunch of use cases, but I'm just going to show you one of them for today. You can give it a name, let's call it AC Chatbot 2, and you can say that you want to create a knowledge base. You can upload files either from your local file system, so that's your laptop or PC, wherever you're working from, or from an S3 bucket, Azure bucket, or GCP bucket. We have a few other connectors that are not listed here, and we build more connectors as needs arise. So let's say I choose to upload files from my laptop. These are the manuals that I showed you earlier, and then we'll click Create. That's all you have to do to create this agent. Everything else is taken care of. As you can see, anyone, literally anyone who understands drag and drop can do it. It takes only a few minutes to a few hours based on the volume of the documents. For the sake of time, we had prepared another AC agent with the same documents. Once it's ready, click on this Endpoint button, which takes you to the chat session. This session allows you to ask any question about air conditioners and also customize the chat agent to your specific needs. By the way, you can share this URL with all users so they can play with it and customize it. Let's start with a generic question about air conditioners. Say, where should I install my outdoor unit? The generated answer says you should install your outdoor unit on the north side of your home. And let's see where this answer came from. If you look at the references, it comes from different models and different brands, but there's consensus across these manuals that the outdoor unit should be on the north side. That's why the model was so confident. You can click on any of these and see the exact snippet of the manual. Unsurprisingly, the snippet comes from the energy saving ideas section. Now let's talk about how we can improve the model through fine-tuning. If it is helpful to the user, they can give a thumbs up. If it is not helpful or incorrect, they can give a thumbs down. They can also thumbs up a particular reference to say they prefer that over another. All of this gets logged so that we can fine-tune the model, allowing us to update the model to be more powerful over time. I would like to stress here that because of ThirdAI's efficient reinforcement learning technology, we can update models to incorporate feedback without requiring any data science or AI team in the loop. The system takes care of all the heavy lifting behind the scenes: synthetic data generation, fine-tuning, refining to meet the accuracy, etc. You must have heard of the term PhD level agents recently. What you are witnessing is several PhD level AI teams behind the scenes, all automated for you. Let's collapse these references now and ask questions about a specific brand and model. I want to know the operating temperature limits for higher HPR09XC5. Notice how the agent detects both the brand and model. Behind the scenes, there is a text extraction model that monitors the queries being fired in this session, and then extracts details like brand and model number, and then infers the constraints that are necessary to ensure that the agent only refers to the right documents and prevents hallucination. As expected, all references come from the manual for this specific higher model. Let's click on it and see where it comes from. It is from a table which has the operating temperature range, which is precisely what I need. Now, what if I need to switch the brand and model? Intuitively, we should be able to fire a new query with a new brand and model, and it should work. And it does. Notice that the answer changed to 64 to 82 degrees Fahrenheit, and all the references come from the right manual. If you ask follow-up questions, the agent recognizes that it is still part of the same conversation about Kenmore 7610, so it continues to focus on references from the Kenmore 7610 manual. So far, I've shown you how the agent precisely answers generic questions about air conditioners and specific models, recognizing nuances of conversational continuity. I've also shown you how you can easily improve the model by telling it that you like or dislike the generated answer, or whether you prefer certain references over others. I should also mention that when you click on a reference to view the file, we log that event as implicit feedback because it reflects interest. That means even if users don't explicitly upvote or downvote the references, the model will continuously improve based on just subtle user activity. The last thing I want to show you is the user dashboard, which provides a bird's eye view of your agent, showing you everything from metrics to user feedback logs. For today though, I just want to draw your attention to the LLM response time, which hovers between 4 to 5 seconds, most of which is the generation time. Behind the scenes, this agent uses complex reasoning to understand the query, complex entity extraction to infer constraints, and finally retrieving the right context with the inferred constraints before summarizing it. And all of that is almost instantaneous thanks to ThirdAI's innovative approaches to efficiency. That's it for today. We hope you're as excited as we are.